By 331 BC, Alexander had achieved what many thought impossible. He had defeated Persia's armies, conquered Egypt, captured legendary cities, and transformed himself from king into myth. But the Persian Empire still lived, and so did its ruler, Darius III, defeated, humiliated, but not destroyed. Now he gathered the largest army Alexander had ever faced, an army designed for one purpose: to crush the Macedonians once and for all. This would not be another victory. This would be the battle that decided the future of civilization. The battle historians would remember for over 2,000 years. Gaugamela. After his defeat at Issus, Darius understood one thing: Alexander could not be underestimated. This time, he would prepare perfectly. He selected a vast plain near Gaugamela, a battlefield carefully chosen for Persian strengths. The ground was leveled, obstacles removed, everything designed to maximize the effectiveness of Persian chariots and cavalry. The numbers were staggering. Historians disagree on exact figures, but Darius clearly outnumbered Alexander, possibly by several times. War elephants, scythed chariots, thousands of cavalry, hundreds of thousands of soldiers according to ancient accounts. The Persian king had assembled the greatest force of his reign, and Alexander knew it. His generals urged caution. Some suggested a surprise night attack, but Alexander refused. According to legend, he declared, "I will not steal my victory." Because Alexander wanted more than success. He wanted certainty, a victory so complete that history itself would remember it. As darkness fell, tensions spread through both camps. Persian soldiers stayed awake all night, fearful of a surprise attack, preparing for the coming storm. Across the battlefield, Alexander did something remarkable. He slept. His commanders were stunned. How could anyone sleep before facing such overwhelming odds? But psychologically, Alexander understood leadership. His calm became confidence. His confidence became certainty, and certainty became contagious. When dawn arrived, the Macedonians awoke rested, the Persians exhausted. Before the battle even began, Alexander had already gained an advantage. The battle began exactly as Darius expected, and then Alexander did something unexpected. Instead of charging forward, he moved sideways. At first glance, it seemed strange, even dangerous. But Alexander was manipulating the battlefield. Every step pulled Persian cavalry further from their planned positions. Every movement stretched enemy lines, creating gaps, creating confusion, creating opportunity. This was not merely strategy, it was psychological engineering. Alexander was forcing Darius to react, and whoever reacts usually loses. Darius watched, concerned, then alarmed, then desperate. He ordered cavalry attacks to stop the maneuver. The battlefield erupted into chaos, exactly as Alexander intended. Then Alexander saw it. A gap, tiny, brief, but enough. A weakness in the Persian center. The opening he had been creating all morning. Alexander immediately acted. No hesitation, no delay. He gathered the companion cavalry, his elite warriors, the finest horsemen in the ancient world, then formed them into a wedge, a living spear, pointed directly at Darius, and then they charged. The attack smashed through Persian lines, closer, closer, closer. As Alexander approached, history began repeating itself. Darius looked toward the advancing Macedonians, saw panic spreading, saw defenses collapsing, and once again, he fled. The moment Darius turned away, the battle was over. Not physically, psychologically. Because armies do not fight for kings who run. The Persian army collapsed. Units surrendered. Commanders fled. Entire formations dissolved into chaos. One decision had shattered an empire. Alexander had not defeated Persia through numbers. He had defeated it through leadership, speed, timing, and the ability to understand how people think under pressure. Within months, the ancient Persian Empire began disintegrating. A superpower that had ruled the world for over 2 centuries was dying, and Alexander stood at the center of its collapse. After Gaugamela, cities surrendered without resistance. Babylon, Susa, Persepolis, one after another. The treasures of Persia flowed into Alexander's hands. Wealth beyond imagination, power beyond measure, and titles beyond any king before him. No longer king of Macedonia, no longer conqueror. Now, king of Asia, master of the largest empire on earth. At just 25 years old. But Gaugamela changed more than history. It changed Alexander. For years, every gamble had succeeded. Every risk had paid off. Every impossible dream had become reality. And slowly, a dangerous belief began taking root. Not that he was fortunate, Not that he was talented, but that he was destined. And men who believe destiny protects them often become their own greatest enemy.